Jordan, I need to ask you something.
What's up?
When you go to pee sometimes, does your wee wee just sort of shoot off in a different direction?
Yes. I can tell you why.
Yeah?
Your hole can be blocked up.
That happens to me a lot. I think there's just like a problem with my pee hole.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes it'll just dribble onto the floor. Like I'll be shooting a straight line, but it'll just like dribble down. And I'm like, I don't want to pee on the floor.
I get it.
It makes me very mad. Hello, everyone. Welcome to DipShips, Legitimate Boating Podcast. There's two of us this week.
I guess, because fuck it.
I was like, yeah, Nick, you can have off this week because I want to get a podcast with just 3 people to get it done quick and easy because I might have a busy week this week. And then PM just didn't fucking show up.
Uh-huh. As of right now. He might show up over the next hour and 15 minutes because I'm willing to bet that's all the time we can get out of it.
Probably. No, we might find some bullshit to go off on. Who knows?
Maybe.
Metty once again has work. Hey, look, if it gets desperate enough, I'll just message Nick and go, yeah, we need you in here. Nick right now is just reading My Hero.
I think for the bit we can carry it.
Probably, yeah.
So my 2 weeks...
Yeah. Tell me about them.
My 2 weeks. I played and beat all of Xenoblade 3.
Sick, hell yeah.
That game's really good. It has the strongest cuck arc in any video game I've ever seen. Like, think of cucks in fictional media, Carl.
Mm-hmm.
That you've seen.
Yeah, Quagmire, Family Guy.
I doubt they can compete with the cuck in Xenoblade 3.
Well, I mean, there is the double cuck in Dawn Brothers, which is very funny.
Doubtful that they even, like, compete with the level of cuck in this.
Probably not.
But, that thing we talked about was real.
Mm-hmm.
It was very funny.
That is fucking hilarious.
It's so cool. Let's see, what else? I've been playing a lot of Fortnite, because that Dragon Ball event happened.
Yeah, Fortnite, we about to get down.
10 kills on the board right now, just swept up Tomato Town.
I'm sucking on toes.
That event's really cool. There's an entire, like, custom Dragon Ball world that you can go to, where in certain worlds you're on Bulma's ship, where you're watching, like, a random assortment of super episodes. And in the other one, you're going through this, like... You remember Minecraft Adventure Maps, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what they did with Dragon Ball in Fortnite. Where they made, like, an adventure map with, like, Capsule Corp, Goku's house, Kami's lookout, and Beerus' planet on it. And you'd, like, go and collect the Dragon Balls in it.
That's wild.
It was a very fun event, and they added the Kamehameha to the game, and it's the best mythic they've ever put into the game. Because, have you seen the clips of it?
I've seen a few, but I haven't seen a lot.
Do you know what happens when the Kamehameha is fired at you?
When it's fired at you? No.
Yes. So, as the person with the Kamehameha is charging up, the entire screen darkens around you as you just hear Moscow Nozawa go, Kamehame, and then you just get fucking obliterated with a beam.
That's amazing.
It's so terrifying because they also added the Nimbus.
I've seen footage of the Nimbus. That's sick as hell.
And because of that, people will just launch up and then fire the Kamehameha down and just kill people instantly. And it's so scary. Speaking of Dragon Ball, I also went and saw Superhero.
Yeah, we watched that in a call one night. I don't think it was subbed. It was very funny.
Yeah. Are you planning to go and see it at all?
I'm not sure, honestly.
I think there might be showings tomorrow. Still around.
Yo, cat.
She's being a bitch.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure, honestly. I'm gonna be honest. I stopped caring about Dragon Ball related things a long while ago.
What if I told you, Carl, that this is a Piccolo movie?
I know, we watched it. I still don't give a shit, honestly.
Oh, damn. I think you'd get a kick out of it, though.
Look, I'm not gonna yuck anyone's yum. But I'm not really... I've stopped being as big into Dragon Ball as I have been.
Mm-hmm. Very good movie, though. Upper echelon of Dragon Ball.
For a lot of people saying it's been really good. I'm very happy for it. I hear it's doing really good in the box office, which is fantastic.
It debuted at #1.
Hell yeah, baby. Love to see it.
What else did I do this week? Or the past 2 weeks? I guess Smiling Friends go to Brazil?
Let's go.
That's the funniest episode of Smiling Friends.
Dude, it's so fucking funny.
So, okay, so my story with that is when I watched it, I didn't laugh out loud once.
Oh, that's...
But once I realized what was happening when they called Mr. Boss, I laughed harder than I've ever laughed before and thought this is the funniest episode they've ever made.
The Cartoon Network and Adult Swim just really lets them do whatever the fuck they want, which I love a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we need it to be more like this all of the time.
My favorite part is on HBO Max. There's just a fake fucking episode description for it.
Is there?
Hold on, let me find it. Let me go to HBO Max. The episode description on HBO Max is: the Smiling Friends get to relax in a beautiful Brazilian beach town. Pim works on his novel. Charlie binges a load of torrent shows on his portable hard drive, while Alan and Glup enjoy some long-awaited chill-out time at the beach.
That's fucking funny, dog.
And it's just they're in the airport the entire time.
I was sitting here watching it like, this is really the whole episode, huh? When it hit the credits, that's when I fucking laughed as hard as I could. I was like, I can't believe that they actually were allowed to put this out as an episode.
I couldn't believe it either.
Fucking clown shoes. It's so fucking funny. We need more creators like this.
We do.
And just do stupid, dumb shit like that. Was that your 2 weeks?
I can't think of anything else.
That's fair. I've had a pretty eventful 2 weeks.
Oh, let's hear about it.
Let's see, what did I even put into the notes channel? Let's see. I want to start with how good of a boss I've been to our summer kids.
Oh! Finally, you being a good boss.
I'm a good boss. I'm a great boss. They love me.
Mm-hmm.
I got to clean the weight room with two of our wonderful children. One of them, what should I refer to him as? I'll just call him Dexter.
All right.
He, boy howdy, is a fucking trip and a half. He just sort of, he thinks he knows better than the full-timers and wants to be in charge despite the fact that he doesn't know what he's doing because this is his first summer working.
Yeah, I've worked with people like that.
Yeah, so he, loves running his... He also just sort of talks and talks and talks, and we have to go, hey, you're supposed to be working and not just running your mouth and not working while you're talking.
Mm-hmm.
So we were cleaning that room, and at one point, I just decided, I'm gonna fuck with this kid. He goes by... In the weight room, they have these big, tractor tires. Because they use it for weight training and stuff. They, roll them around and flip them around and shit because they're really heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And they have this really big fucking metal chain in there. And they're, in the same corner with each other.
This combo is not very good.
So I told him, yeah, we have to clean off the tires. So we're gonna have to move that chain and pull them out. He was like, you're fucking with me, right? And I was like, no, we gotta move them out. So he grabbed the chain, he moved it halfway across the room, and he went over to move the tires, and I went, what are you doing? He went, what do you mean? I said, why'd you move the chain? Because we have to get to the tires. We don't clean the tires. What are you talking about?
You suck.
He moved the chain back. Like, why did you move it? And he goes, I can't even talk back to you because I have to listen to you. You're my supervisor. And I went, yeah, move the fucking chain back. So he moved it back, and I went, why'd you move the chain back? We have to clean the tires.
I would beat the shit out of you if I was your employee. I would give a fuck. I would punch you in your chest. I would collapse your fucking lung. My boss did that to me. I would deck the shit out of them.
Oh, fuck. And then he's like, it's a beautiful day outside today. It's really nice out. And I went, your mother's really beautiful too.
Huh?
It was nice when I was with her yesterday.
You're the worst.
He was like, I just kept making jokes about banging his mom to him. And he just like stared at me and he's like, I can't even tell you to stop. You're not making fun of her. You're just being horny. You're just saying you'd fuck my mom. And I'd go, would fuck your mom. You better not check her phone.
Carl, I have a question.
Yo, what's up?
What are the odds of his mom being of the age where you could conceivably be in a relationship with her?
That's an excellent question.
Because I feel like it might be up there.
It might be up there.
Like, my mom's only 41. 42, actually.
It's not bad. You want another new dad?
No.
Good answer. So I just kept doing that to this kid all fucking day.
You got enough kittens to worry about.
Got enough what?
Don't worry about it.
Enough kittens to worry about?
Enough kids to worry about.
Oh. Sorry, I have hay fever. So he doesn't work with us now. He ended up our higher up boss, our head of facilities, called and was like, yeah, we need to take one of your kids and bring him to another building because they need help more. Mm-hmm. And everyone went, we'll just send this kid because we won't miss him. So he's over in a different building now. But man, he was like, I'm gonna miss working with you guys. And I'm like, son, don't you worry, I'm gonna miss getting to see your mom every morning.
You're so mean. You're such a dick.
His last day, I went up to him and I put my hand on his shoulder and I went, I'm never gonna forget you, Gregory.
That's not his name.
It's not his name at all. He looked at me, he's like, that's not even close. It's not even everyone else is pissing their pants laughing. He's like, it's not even remotely close to what my name is. And I went, who are you? I'm sorry, sir, you can't be on this premises anymore. I'm a good boss.
Sure.
Hey, listen, I take pleasure in it because this motherfucker, I asked him a very specific question because I wanted to make a dodgeball joke like the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I asked him specifically, do you think that you could dodge a car?
How fast is the car?
That depends. What is the make and build of the car? What company made it? What color is? I was like, just answer the fucking question, but I need to know what kind of car it is. Anything you would ask him, that's what he would do is, but what are the finer details? Let's get in the weeds of this question.
I think I could dodge a car.
You probably could, honestly. You're squirrely enough.
Mm-hmm.
You vault over it like a little lemur.
So, what did he do next?
Well, I mean, he's dead now as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, okay.
But what else happened? Our boss has been out all week.
What's the dunkings?
Oh, that was the same thing. That was the same story.
Oh, okay.
It's just that I kept fucking dunking on him for about an hour straight. And by dunking on him, I mean telling him that I was fucking his mom.
Mm-hmm.
But I did have another big event happen.
You did?
I did. It was a pretty big event.
Mm-hmm.
So, Tuesday night, I'm sitting at home. I'm getting ready to edit the podcast. My sister sends me a text message. Hey, do you want this cat?
Break you cat.
And this cat just showed, I think I have the exact text message she sent. You want a little baby kitten? He's in my backyard. My husband said he's about 3 months old, super clean. Apparently someone's cat had a litter and got rid of them. So someone in her neighborhood, their cat had a litter of kittens, and they just decided to dump the kittens somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, this is definitely one of those. He's not chipped. He has no collar. He has nothing. Just crawled out from their bushes, ran over to them, meowing, and just like at their door, like, let me in, please. And I'm sitting here like, I can't keep him. I can't keep him because it's in our lease. We cannot have any pets. So, of course, I drove over there and took him for the night.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the sweetest little bastard. I was so heartbroken having to give him to my other sister. He's just the cutest little fucker. Let me get more pictures in here.
What did your other sister name him?
Deacon?
Oh.
Because she has to name all of her cats after Steely Dan.
Oh, that's cute.
That is her thing. Such a little sweetheart.
His eye was a little fucked up.
A little bit. I brought him to the vets and they said that he was pretty much fine. That he doesn't really have fleas, but we'll give him some, like a flea bath and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that he's all cleaned up and everything. The night that he stayed with us, Metty came into my room. We were on a call. Metty came in and was playing with him and petting him, and then got up to walk out real quick, and he jumped down and immediately ran to the door, just like screeching, like yeah, yeah, yeah. I was like, oh no, he has attachment issues. Oh, my poor child. He slept in my room for the night. He would get up every now and then to jump down onto the floor and eat some food, drink some water, and then he would meow on the floor for a little bit before jumping back up on the bed and just cuddling up next to me and purring and falling asleep. And I'm like, I love you. I love you. You're so sweet. And then he got up in the middle of the night, scratching at the carpet and just screeching. And I was like, what do you want? Oh, do you have to use the bathroom? We didn't have litter.
Mm-hmm.
We had a pee pad from my sister's dog that we had put in a bucket to simulate a pee pad. I mean, a box of litter.
Mm-hmm.
He did not quite understand what the fuck it was supposed to be.
Understandable.
So he ran around my room for about maybe half an hour before he went over to my travel bag, which has been sitting out.
Oh, no.
Fortunately, there was a laundry bag sitting in there, like a cloth one that I've had and haven't been using. And most of the shit that he expelled landed on that.
That's better.
I lifted him up and got him onto the pee pad, like, before more shit could exit out of him and get on the carpet or anything, or on my bag. I washed that laundry bag off and threw it in the garbage because I was like, I'm not going to use this thing anymore. I don't need it.
Mm-hmm.
And he was fine after that. I had DoorDash express deliver fucking litter the next day and gave it to my sister when she came to pick him up. And I called my boss like, I'm not coming in. I have an emergency. That the fifth picture, the last one that I posted.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hello, PM.
I need like 5 minutes because I fell asleep on my arm, and now like my right arm is just it's like paralyzed. I can't do anything with it.
Take your time.
Like it won't even. I can't even open my hand.
What do you mean?
His hand is asleep. His arm is asleep.
Okay. Holy shit. So anyway, that last picture I posted, I was just laying on the bed with him, and he'd gotten up to go get some water, and he jumped back up on the bed, and then just crawled up on my back and crawled right up by my head, and just started falling asleep in my ear.
It's so cute.
He's just purring so loud. I'm like, I love you. I love you, and I want to keep you so bad. Unfortunately, that was when the good times ended. After my sister came and picked him up and took him away, and I cried for about 10 minutes. My landlady did indeed get very angry that we had an animal up here. She came up that Saturday while my mom and stepdad were up here and visiting to I think, what was it? It was the exterminator? Or no, it was the guy putting in the doorbell. We had to get a new doorbell put in because ours broke like a year ago and was never fixed.
Mm-hmm.
So she had a guy come and fix it. And while she was up there, she's talking to Metty and was just like, that cat isn't up here, is it? Metty was like, no, it's been gone since Wednesday. And she was like, good. The disgusting things. Or like,
this bitch has like trauma.
She's got some sort of issue, yeah.
Yeah, this is...
She said that she was like, allergic. I'm like, no, I think she just hates him.
No, I think that this is like racism for animals.
Yeah.
This is like some deep south, like KKK shit, except for cats.
Uh-huh.
So then Sunday, when I was coming back from doing laundry, because I spent the whole day Saturday cleaning my grandpa's house with my mom. She came down to do that. That man lives in like a fucking 4-inch thick layer of dust. I don't know how he can breathe. That house is fucking disgusting. But Sunday, when I went to do my laundry and came back, she came out to the front and she went, let me ask you something. Did you give the door code for the front door to your mother? And I went, yeah. Like, she needs a place to stay and she lived here for about 10 years. I don't see an issue with that. I told you not to give that door code to anybody. It's a breach of the lease. I was like, for real, dog? For serious and for real?
She lived here.
You
know her.
How would they like it if I went to their house and I walked into their house with a key that I got from someone?
You don't live there.
You've never lived in the house they have. You know them also. I don't like anyone just being able to walk in. Did you give your sisters the code too? Now I don't know who you gave this code to. No one else.
Why would you give it to your sisters? They don't live there.
I've given it to no one else other than the 2 people who used to live here who needed a place to stay because they can't stay with my sisters. And they can't really stay with their families or with my stepdad's family either. So, she got very nasty and pissy about it. And I was not very happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
So we might end up moving at the end of December.
Oh, hey, you too, dog?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is there a new thing about that?
Yeah, there's, so... Wait, did I already tell you about this?
No, you did not.
Oh, okay. So, I live above a cafe.
Mm-hmm.
The cafe is shut down.
Oh.
Because, well, they sell liquor. It's a bar/cafe. They had to shut down because they could not get insurance because this must have been about 2 years ago. Some drunk asshole got real drunk, fell down a flight of stairs and died.
Oh.
So now, for the last year and a half, they've been trying to renew their insurance, and nobody wants to give them insurance. So they're like, if I don't get insurance by, this would have been the end of last month, I'm shutting the place down, and they did. So now the cafe's gone, and the owners of my building, being my landlords, are like, all right, the building's for sale now. Because we just had this place open for our bud here, who's had the cafe for 20+ years, legitimately older than Jordan. But now that he's gone, we're selling the building, and this is once again the dude being very sweet, going, "Hey, we want you to stay here, but if whoever buys the building doesn't want you to stay here, we don't really have control over that. So just be prepared." I'm like, cool, awesome. So they've gone around taking pictures of the whole building, and it's going to go up for sale soon. I do have some solace. One, they say if they can't sell the place in 2 months, they're going to keep the building. They're going to eat the cost of the building, and just rent the actual business portion downstairs to somebody, whoever wants it. And the second good thing is I had told my boss of the part-time this.
Yeah.
That all of this shit is happening with my place. And he's like, "Oh, really? Do you know how much the building is selling for?" I'm like, "No, they haven't. There's no official listing yet. They're doing all the prep work for it." It's like, "Okay, as soon as you find out, let me know, because I'll talk to my realtor, and maybe I can buy the building." I'm like, cool. Here's the thing: I love this boss. Me and this boss are cool. I've known him for over a decade. I have no problem with him owning my building.
Yeah, that sounds like a best case scenario, honestly.
That sounds like an awesome case scenario, because my boss also loves me. So, who knows? Maybe I'll even get a rent break, for all I know.
Maybe.
Also, if he really loves me, he'll fucking rent out the business to me downstairs, and I'll fucking... I don't know, I'll do something with it. A fucking DipShips pop-up shop. What am I selling? I don't fucking know, but it's there, and I have it.
I would just move to Canada and we would just run a fucking store.
But like, legitimately, what would it be?
Maid cafe.
Okay. Also, there's still the insurance problem, because there's still somebody that died here 2 years ago. So whoever, like, the original owner of the cafe went, "I'm not selling my house just so I can get insurance on this place." So it must have been that bad that he could not find affordable insurance anywhere.
Is it a thing of like refurbish the building or no insurance kind of thing?
That part I don't know, because like the actual business portion plus the 2 apartments are completely separate, and like, it's either whoever buys the building is like, "All right, I want the whole building, so that means everybody get the fuck out," or "I don't mind buying the building and just doing my own shit with the downstairs, and these 2 families can stay here and continue renting, but things are going to have to change," meaning either rent. The main reason I'm so bummed out about all this news is because for what I'm paying for a 2-bedroom apartment in the city of Toronto, I'm getting away with fucking murder with how much I'm actually paying for rent per month for a 2-bedroom apartment with a fucking balcony and everything. This is highway robbery.
Mm-hmm.
I would like that to not change.
Yeah, understandable.
Because as someone who was just like, on a whim, even before I got all this news, was looking at apartments. Shit's not cheap, dog.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even for a 1-bedroom apartment, it's still more expensive to stay in the relative same area that I am currently in Toronto. It is more expensive for a 1-bedroom / bachelor apartment than it is this fucking 2-bedroom apartment.
Even a studio?
Even a studio.
Jeez.
Hell, I was looking at single rooms. Like you know how some people will have an entire apartment or a house and they'll just rent out a single room?
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
I was looking at single rooms more expensive than this apartment.
That's fucking disgusting.
So gross.
That's the same here. I've looked at 1-bedroom apartments around where I live that are $3,000 a month.
Yeah, that's more than double what I'm currently paying for rent. No, dude.
It's gross.
Like, at least offer me a camping site. Like, I'll camp for a couple of months. But no, it's either fucking $2,000 for a 1-bedroom apartment or nothing. I mean, I can't go back to Mexico. I can't go fucking back to Mexico. They live in mud huts out there. No, I'm good. I don't want it. I don't fucking want it.
When's the last time you lived in Mexico?
Like, lived as in, like, this is my place of residence?
Yeah.
I was less than a year old.
Oh, I thought the implication was that the last place that you were at was in Mexico, and this current apartment is all you have.
No, I've lived in Toronto for a majority of my life. I'd say out of the 35 years, I've spent 34 or 33 maybe, give or take. I've spent like pockets like either in cities outside of the city. I've done a stint in fucking Portugal. I've done obviously my first year of life in Mexico, but nah, dude, I like it here, and I prefer to stay here. Shit sucks, dog.
Sounds like it.
It definitely does.
Also, that kisses my PC money bye-bye. Just in case I do have to move within the next 2 months.
Ugh.
To afford first and last month of rent. Yeah, my world within a week flipped up and turned upside down. Also, I spent $402 on paint to paint the whole ass apartment.
What?
What?
They required me because a week before the official confirmation of everything shutting down, they sent inspectors to look at both of the apartments, my apartment and my downstairs neighbors. The dude comes up and he says, "Was there a fire here?" I'm like, "No." "Are you sure there wasn't a fire here? It looks like that there was a fire here. But by the color of the walls, it looks like there was some fire damage here. I've lived here for about 5 years. Never had any sort of fire. Closest thing that's ever happened is like I left a pot of something on the stove for too long, and some smoke happened. But there's never been actual flame in this place."
Mm-hmm.
Now I know why he's saying that. It's because I've smoked in this apartment for about 5 years. Yeah. Of course, the walls are going to look like fucking yellow and brown and fucked up. But there was never any actual fire in the apartment. So the landlords did not take kindly to that, even though they've never suggested there being a problem about me smoking in the apartment. So now I need to pay $400. Actually, no. They said either I can have they can send somebody up here to paint the entire apartment, which is a no-go because at the times that they want to send somebody, I'm dead ass asleep, and I need my sleep to be able to go to fucking work.
Yeah.
And they refuse to send anybody on my days off. So the only other option is I buy and paint the apartment myself. And they said if you take pictures of your receipts, maybe we'll discount it off your rent. I don't like all this maybe business going on. Can I get something fucking concrete?
Yeah,
Can
really.
I get something written in fucking paper, please?
So, worst case scenario currently is building gets sold to someone and they tell you to get out.
Mm-hmm.
Second worst scenario is someone else buys the building and raises your rent.
Yep.
And then neutral scenario is they don't sell the building and they just rent out the bottom floor.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And best case scenario is your boss buys the building.
Yes, absolutely. I actually just found out. When was it? It was it was yesterday. I've heard the price from the landlord. Now it all depends on my boss and his ability to haggle, because apparently, I don't know if I should say this. Fuck it, I'll say it. If it's a
Nobody
problem,
knows who you are.
Yeah, $2.4 million.
Oof.
For the whole building.
Whole ass building.
That's their asking price. They're willing to haggle. They say if they can't get that in 2 months, or a reasonable offer in 2 months, they're gonna eat the cost.
And just rent out the bottom floor.
Just rent out the bottom floor. Yeah. Another issue is apparently I don't know exactly if it's my landlords themselves or the previous renter of the cafe downstairs, but they're being sued by the family of the person who died.
Oh,
that makes sense.
So my theory, this is a split theory between me and my downstairs neighbors, is dude wanted to sell and get the fuck out fast before the lawsuit fell down onto his head. Because somebody's getting sued. I'm not exactly 100% sure who, but the family came out of the woodwork despite it being almost 2 years later and has thrown a lawsuit.
it's gonna fall on your head. Don't worry.
I don't know the fucker who died. This ain't my problem. Didn't die on my stairs.
You could have stopped it. You could have saved him.
I was probably dead ass asleep when this happened. Nah, dog. This is a ship that I will not fucking go down on. Yeah, I will not sink with the ship.
Will you sink with your barbecue, though?
Dude, this is so fucking sad. This is so fucking sad. I thought it was free. Apparently news has gone out through the fucking Raccoon Kingdom to just start fucking with me all over again.
Wait, is there more?
No, it's... hold on, let me double check my phone. I'm pretty sure that was the only thing that happened in the last 2 weeks. No more raccoons. Yeah, that's it. Let me post the picture in here for clarity's sake. So yeah, good news is the raccoon was indeed asleep, because when I showed up the next morning, it was gone.
Maybe a hawk took it.
God, I fucking hope. If a hawk fucking just nabs a raccoon in front of my eyes, all birds are good in my eyes at that point. I love birds. Like, and it's funny. I was thinking about going into my balcony to chill for a while, and then I just see fucking hands and feet poking out from underneath my barbecue, and I'm like, no, just gotta stay inside. It's fucked up. They've completely fucked that barbecue. It doesn't work anymore. It's literally a fucking 200-pound paperweight. That shit is dead and not going anywhere. They completely fucked up the piping that connects from the propane tank to the actual barbecue itself. Completely gnawed and chewed it up. That whole bottom portion is probably filled with fucking raccoon piss, shit, and cum. It's destroyed. It's destroyed. When I inevitably move out of here, that barbecue's staying behind. I'm not touching that fucking barbecue anymore.
That's just sad. You're just gonna abandon it like that.
Yep. Yes, sir.
It'll have children. It'll have little grill raccoon hybrids.
Good. The next tenants can keep them.
The raccoons.
I'm buying an oven tomorrow.
Oh, that's cool.
My oven stopped working.
That's sick.
Like, I think just a random part of it is broken, but me and my dad's logic is that oven's from 16 years ago. Any replacement part for it is probably more expensive than actually buying a new oven.
Gas or electric? Your
Gas.
current oven?
Current one is gas.
Oh, okay. So I assume you're getting another gas.
Probably. I'm guessing the igniter is broken in it.
Probably.
Because, like, the stovetop still works.
Mm-hmm.
So it's getting gas.
Gas.
But yeah. I'm going to be using my credit card to buy an oven tomorrow, I think. And then my dad will pay for it.
Nice.
Build that credit.
Yeah, I was thinking of getting a third credit card, but I have 2 hard inquiries on my account right now, so if I do that, it might make my score go down worse than it already has been.
Well, no.
I say
credit
worse.
card companies won't give me any credit cards anymore.
No, I can't imagine why.
Yeah, neither can I.
My score's not actually that bad. My score, I think, is like 760.
I don't know if credit scores can go into the negatives, but if they can, mine is.
Anything else happened to you this week, Pat? Actually, you were never... What the fuck?
Yeah, I found this at the part-time. I don't know what this is, but it's bone-sucking sauce.
Bone-sucking sauce.
I'm sorry,
bone-hot
sucking sauce. I have no idea. I was trying to read through the entire label. Nothing says what this is.
Okay,
I just know it as bone sucking sauce.
We need to get some chicken and get you to have some chicken with
It's
this.
already gone.
Oh, okay.
I took this picture at the beginning of the week. It is not there anymore.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you didn't take it home?
No, this doesn't belong to me. It belongs to my boss.
That's never stopped you before.
Yeah,
What
really.
are you talking about? Look, it clearly belongs to somebody else because it is in a building that is occupied daily by several members of staff and my boss, who is probably ex-mafia. I'm not taking the bone-sucking sauce. That being said, I have a mini munch. I took some of these from the part-time of the ex-mafia.
Come on, dude. Did you put them in the hot bone sauce?
No. Look, I would have loved to have tried the hot bone sauce, but both bottles were sealed, and with the plastic ring around it, I could not break it without people knowing about
You should have
it.
taken one just so whoever's it was would walk into that room while everyone's sitting there and just go, "Who took my bone sucking sauce?"
Yeah.
I don't see these people during the day, so I would have not have been able to hear that.
PM, here you go.
Oh, you
That's
found it. So
Sauce
what
line.
is it? So it's just a sauce.
Habanero sauce, apparently.
Hiccup and hot. It's just hot sauce.
Yeah, it's just barbecue sauce.
Oh, okay.
It's just
Hiccup
fucking
and hot?
sauce.
No, I hate that. Why would I want that? That's awful. I already get enough hiccups when I fucking eat anything hot and spicy. Oh, right. These cookies are fantastic.
Yo,
the new
These are probably of like a limited edition Oreo. These are the best tasting ones I've ever had. Now, here's the thing. On the package, it says chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, right?
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
You don't taste any of it. It just tastes like fucking Oreo.
Mm-hmm.
But the cookie itself, you know what it tastes like? Carl, do you remember the Dunkaroos that came with specifically the birthday cake like frosting?
Of course, I remember.
It was it's like that like cinnamony like graham cracker type cookie. That's what it tastes like.
So good.
It is so fucking good. I believe on the package it says waffle cone. No, tastes like Dunkaroo. This is the Dunkaroo cookie.
That's amazing.
This is
You sold me
orgasmic.
on these.
This is orgasmic. I cannot find them anywhere. I've tried looking. I managed to eat 2 out of this package. It was probably about 12 left. I ate 2. I made a mistake. I opened Pandora's box, and all I want is more, and I cannot find any more.
I found them on Amazon.
Yeah, so did I, for like fucking $20-something. I am not paying $20-something for a packet of Oreos.
Okay, what about 8 boxes of them for $45?
That's $45 American. No, that's like fucking $400 over here. I can't. I
mean,
can't.
you're
I
right,
would
that
love
math
to, but I
checks out.
can't. Look, I gotta be saving fucking apartment hunting money now. I can't. As much as I would love to splurge on fucking $200 Oreos, I cannot.
You gotta buy that new computer.
There are a lot of things that I would like to buy. They are all on the back burner right now. I would like to buy a place to live currently.
Well, you don't have to worry about that if you get your boss to buy out this place.
Yes, that is assuming that he is willing to negotiate $2.4 million.
Well, introduce him to your landlords and see what happens.
I'm
So
gonna
you have
try.
a potential buyer.
Well, and nothing's officially listed yet. So until there is a plaque on the fucking front door that says "for sale,"
There doesn't need to be a
cannot-
like if you introduce him to them. If you're just like, hey, if you guys like want to sell it, I have someone who might be able to before you put it on the market. So then they could just fucking give it to him.
Yeah, but that involves social interaction with somebody that I personally like and the fucking thundercunt whore that is my fucking landlord's wife.
I mean, technically, you only need to talk to the landlord.
Whenever I call them, the wife answers. I refuse. I refuse. Fuck that bitch.
I think you can live with it if it means you get to live in a place that's not goddamn expensive.
I don't want to think about it right now.
Well, you know what you should think about
What?
is accidents.
Oh,
Okay.
You were never able to talk about the accidents that you were called away from last week's recording of.
Ah, yeah. All right. So one day, on one of my days off, I'm called to work, and as soon as I arrive at work, I'm confronted with this, and I'm like, oh no. Oh, I should also reiterate that my boss calls me and he goes, so yeah, there is a mess at work. The person that usually replaces you is injured. He's got like a wrist thing. You need to go in right now and clean up the mess.
Nobody else has the balls.
Nobody has the balls to clean the mess.
for audio listeners, that this is a caution sign outside of the men's bathroom.
So I show up to work and I'm confronted with that is the wrong picture. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That is the wrong picture. Everything is saved on the same folder. I'm sorry, that is the wrong picture.
I think that is the correct picture of a bunch of Pokemon
you know what?
in the bathroom.
I wish I was confronted with this instead of what I was actually confronted with.
Yeah, that's a female Combi. Those are rare.
You're wrong, by the way. This is. Oh wait, no, there is a female Combi.
Yeah,
I was
you
looking
fucking
at the
idiot.
mail. I was instead confronted with this.
Oh.
Yeah, there is obviously we can. I'm gonna save the visual listeners. It is bad. It is a full ass dookie on the floor.
Oh.
And despite its appearance, how do I describe this?
Didn't actually smell?
Surprisingly, no. There was no smell.
Yeah.
This was like a combination of chunky peanut butter and soft served ice cream.
Can you delete it? I don't want to.
Oh right, yes. Let me go ahead and do that.
Now,
for
was
you.
that like, was that like, and what it actually was, or was that just how your descriptor of this?
That is my descriptor of it because, I had no other way to clean this than just picking it up. I put on gloves and I just fucking picked it up and scooped it right into the toilet. I gave it the description that I gave it because it was soft and malleable, like soft served ice cream, but it looked and had the consistency or the chunkiness of chunky peanut butter. Also, it left... Have you ever had peanut butter and then you put it away and then after a while you open up the peanut butter and you see like an oily film on the top of it?
When it starts separating.
That's what spread out all over the floor. So there's the initial impact and then it just started to seep oil.
Or maybe it was actually just what you described it as. Maybe that's what it really was.
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
No. It was definitely shit.
Well.
It only started to smell once I started moving it. Yes, once it was disturbed is when all the smell came through.
Like all the smells set in on like that area, but then it moved.
Yeah, it happens.
So they exploded out. Like a stink bomb.
The outer crust was breached, and underneath that outer crust was the very potent innards.
Oy.
Little did I know that this wet sign in front of the door was a false flag, because right behind me in that picture is the family single washroom, and that's where I found. Make sure to pick the right picture. Nope, that's still the right. I need to delete these pictures.
These fucking these Combi are having a good
That's
time.
still the wrong picture. That's just some random carpet. I'm sorry. I'm still working with a bum hand right now. There we go.
Oh.
Yeah. That was the state of this family room. Once again, just somehow I didn't zoom in on this one, but a somehow bigger dookie than the first one that I found.
I want to know what compels people to just drop trow in the middle of a bathroom floor and just go.
Crack.
The crackheads.
Crack, probably crack.
That's
Like
fair, yeah.
we've established that PM's like normal like enemy zone is crackheads.
Yeah, and this is downtown, like downtown ass Toronto. This is basically like, this is essentially the equivalent of Times Square, of New York's Times Square, is basically where I work. That's where a lot of the crazies, mentally handicapped, mentally disturbed, and drug addicts are. Which is unfortunate, because despite being like touted as a like high class hoity-toity, the rich of the rich, like this is where like the department store where I work at is like where like supermodels go. Like there have been like full-blown fashion shows. I've heard that Drake has come and shopped here before. Like
Drake behavior.
Was this before
some
or after he was
Drake.
shot?
Probably before. I don't know. I don't think
if I had to guess.
I don't know. Yeah, despite all of that, this is still very much open to the public. There are 2 separate entrances. One inside the building proper. Actually, no, there's 3 entrances. 2 directly to the outside world and 1 into the actual mall proper. And all of the crazies will just sneak in and do shit like this. Like, smoke crack in one of the bathrooms, get caught, be handcuffed to a fucking security bench and threaten to piss themselves if they don't be let go. And then once they're not let go, proceed to piss themselves. Fucking smoke copious amounts of crack. And I'm just saying crack. There has been so much more. The fucking weed and fucking heroin spoons on the fucking diaper changing stations in my fucking bathroom. I don't even know entirely what goes on the 1st and 3rd floor bathrooms. So yeah, that's that was my accidents last week.
Hey there, everybody. This is your captain speaking. Just here to do the usual housekeeping stuff, to tell you about things going on and whatever. So let's just get right into that. Don't forget, you can follow us on Twitter at DipShipsPod, and each of us individually at The Calamity Carl, at GFPPM, at EXPayline, and at Metorman. If you have any questions or any topics, you can send them to DipShipsPod@yahoo.com. If Twitter is not your thing, you can send anything there. Questions, fan art, any such things like that, just send it on in. We'll check it out. If you'd like to support us directly, you can do so by going to patreon.com/DipShipsPod and just, for whatever amount, help us out. We have different tiers ranging from $1 to $50. You don't have to if you don't want to, but if you'd like to help us, it helps immensely. For $10 a month, I get to read your names here during the credits part, which if you sign up for any tier, your name gets shown in the credits during the video version. But I get to say your name out loud if you give us $10 and above, like I'm doing right here and now, starting with Alatos Diogenes, Andres Rojas, Bye, Breakdown 707, Diablo, Dorgan 23, Dr. Perpaka the Purple Paka, Fire Trooper 113, Frost Samurai, Generic Jackal says, something new, can I have a sword for drug reasons? Javier Porksword, Chris Derp, Lena Inverse, Mr. I Like Spam, Mr. King Jacob 9002, Nap, Normalized Pagu Champ and Sinister. PM's tooth is coming home. Ryan Superfan, Scrimbiff, Shibuya Gato, The Crossing Fate, Tonya H, True Storm of DG, Vinegar Ultimax, and Zombie Slayer 051, and of course our $20 patrons Bill and Mr. Collector, and our $50 patron Patchwork. Thank you all for the support. It means a lot to us. If you cannot afford to support us on Patreon, then sharing the podcast with people you think will like it helps just as much, because podcasts sink or swim based on word of mouth. So yeah, do that. Anything can help out. Thank you so much. Speaking of people I'd like to thank, I'd also like to thank Vidazen at _VIDAZEN_ on Twitter for our intro song Starboard and additional music such as Appetite Delight, Ride of the Wave, and Seaside. Thank you so much. Your music is incredible and I love you. I'd also like to thank Shibuya Gato and Shura Art on Twitter for our art assets such as the logo, the thumbnail, and all that sort of stuff. Thank you both so much. You're incredible. Don't forget that we're also available on Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, and of course the video version on YouTube. That's pretty much, yeah, that's where we are. That's where we're at, you know? Pretty sure that's all we have there. We also have TikTok. Hey, you want to follow us on TikTok? I think we're shadow banned. PM, I think, mentions it on this episode. I think we're shadow banned on TikTok because of our name, but you could follow us on TikTok at DipShipsPod if you can find us. I can't believe that they did this to us. How absolutely evil. I think that is just about it. I don't think I had anything else to really talk about here. This was a quick one. I just sort of blew through this like super quick, actually. It's kind of wild. Yeah, I can't really think of much else that we have other than like the stuff that we've recorded that is going to be coming out hopefully soon. We have Party Boat Duck game that has to be edited and stuff. We have the Mazinger and Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood for PMVA. Those will be out eventually. I do have to put big asterisk on eventually. There's a lot happening in all our lives in terms of personal stuff. I have to go help a detective find some car parts now. I'm so confused by what's happening in life, dog. I'll see you all the next time. Please enjoy the rest of this episode.
Hello. If you're listening to this podcast, then you're either a big fan of boats or a big fan of listening to friends goof off for a few hours. Well then, I have excellent news for you. Yu-Gi-Oh! The show has plenty of boats. And the Millennium Microphone is a podcast where four friends rewatch the show with boats and also goof off for a few hours every other week. It features that Carl guy that you've been listening to here, along with Shora, BioRoxas, and me, Shibuya Gato. Check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Podbean. We also have a Patreon to see how many seasons people will force us to watch, so go check that out too at patreon.com/millenniummike. If you don't know how to spell millennium, that's 2 L's, 2 N's, and then an MIC at the end. Or you could just Google us. I guess that works too. See you there.
Looking through, I talked about hand sanitizer lady, right?
Yes.
Oh yes, I remembered. Carl, you fucked up.
Did I fuck up?
Yes, when I asked you how good you are at blurring faces, I didn't mean the face of the lady who you could barely see. I mean the fucking straight ass man right there with his face full blown to the camera.
Oh yeah, no, you're right.
I could give a fuck. Announce the crazy to the world. Be wary of this one. The poor ass man who was just like on his phone didn't deserve that.
I'm not gonna lie. He didn't even register in my fucking brain.
Right.
I basically did not see. He might as well have not been there in my mind. Yeah, that is just a whole ass man sitting there.
Yeah, the whole ass man sitting right there.
Whole man.
It's fine. I'm looking through my phone for anything else.
That's right. He should be honored to be on our podcast.
Right. There was one more raccoon. This is right above my garbage.
Yo.
Like you can see my garbage cans right there, and I want to throw my shit into the fucking garbage cans, but he's just there, just standing there menacingly.
Why are your raccoons so brazen? I don't get it.
Probably because they're city raccoons and they're more used to people than I don't know, fucking boony ass raccoons.
It's all right, PM. Every morning or almost every morning when I've gone downstairs, our garbage cans have been knocked over by raccoons who have been eating our garbage.
Yeah, that's why I take recycling very seriously. Like everything that's recycling goes into recycling. Everything that's food waste goes into food waste because I don't know. Actually, yeah, you can tell in this picture. Right next to the black bin is my green bin, and they have like a knob on the top of it that locks it so that wild animals like this fat fuck can't go in there and destroy whatever scraps get thrown in there. Yeah, I think that's my week. I haven't really... Oh, wait. No, I watched The Boys.
Oh, The Boys?
I watched the entirety of The Boys in 3 days.
Holy shit.
Wow.
The Boys fucking rocks. It's awesome.
I guess that means I gotta go watch The Boys.
You should watch The Boys.
Everyone's talking about those boys.
Yeah, and that's the main reason why I watch it. Like, I saw everyone talking about The Boys all of a sudden. I'm like, fuck it, I'll watch The Boys. I'm not going to spoil anything. Actually, no, I'm going to spoil one thing, and it's not plot relevant. Season 3 starts with a whole-ass man jumping into somebody's penis.
Oh.
And they full-blown show you shot for shot man going very small and jumping into the head of a dick.
That's someone's fetish.
Yeah.
And 2, I marked out, and when I saw this person, I assumed Shibuya also marked out because one of the fucking Winchesters, Dean Winchester himself, is in fucking season 3 as like a very important character.
Hey, do you want to know why he's that character?
No. Well, I mean, yes, I do. I never mind. Yeah, yes, tell me.
For Captain America 1, he was in the running to play Captain America, but couldn't because of his supernatural duties.
Right. Okay, that's awesome.
I know the last time I ever heard about The Boys before this whole resurgence now is watching Michael Reeves' I Made a Laser Baby in Real Life video, where he just took a baby doll and just put an actual laser in it.
Yeah, that fucking baby has a body count.
Hell yeah. Sliced a bunch of people in half. That's fucking
Yeah,
wild.
yeah, it killed like fucking 3-4 people.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, The Boys is awesome. I don't like the main, quote-unquote, main character, Huey. He's grown on me a little bit because he actually grew a pair by season 2-ish. Oh god, what's his name? Butcher. I fucking love Butcher. I love just like greasy Scottish. I love that character trope. Everybody's a cunt. You're a cunt. Your mother's a cunt. My mom's a cunt. Everybody can get this cunt. Love The Boys. Watch The Boys.
I might have to censor all those for YouTube ad revenue purposes.
No, they only care when it's in the first minute.
I hope so. I don't want to do all that work.
I tried watching The Boys.
Mm.
It's too much.
In what way?
Gore. It's just too much for me.
Yeah, a lot of people explode in The Boys.
Just like me, for real. I have a question for you guys.
What's up?
What terms do you think have come from our podcast? What do we have?
Terms.
Rat King?
No, that's not. Well, first
Rat
off,
King
that's
is a real thing.
Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot. Rat King's a real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not ours. That's unfortunately accidentally a bit being bitten.
Because I wrote that down in my notes for last time, but I didn't get to bring it up, and I was like, what kind of terms do we have for our podcast that are exclusive to this? That we're like, if you said it to anyone else, they wouldn't know what the fuck you were talking about unless they've watched this podcast.
PFT.
Yeah, PFT.
That's a good one. Yeah.
PFT.
Waiting for season 2.
Flickin' Beans.
No.
Technically-
No.
No.
I don't know. We've talked about Flickin' Beans plenty on this fucking podcast. Let's see what else. Lasagna.
Lasagna is a pretty good one, yeah.
Yeah, bitches love lasagna.
Put a lasagna in it.
Bussin'. How could I forget bussin'?
Ah, yes, bussin'. Yeah, we were a bussin' podcast for a while.
Bussin' means something completely different for us than other people.
Yeah.
That's true. There's no specific, like, term that is, like, strictly for this podcast or that this podcast is made up. There are things that go along, like, cheat meal.
Cheat meal. Well, that's
Cheap.
just a thing.
Mini munch.
Mini munch
Yeah,
is
mini
one.
munch. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. I like the most original thing that came solely from this podcast is PFTs. That's legitimately the one thing that sprouted. That's origin is from this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Like ground up, built on the foundation of DipShips, is PFTs, which is frankly quite sad that our only term, our only claim to fame. It's not our claim to fame, but one of the pillars of this podcast was PFTs.
All right, that means everyone listening now in the comments on YouTube, we're going to need you to give us some terms from this podcast that you could think of. Some sort of action that comes from something done on this podcast that can be applied to other situations.
Like if you were to PM a situation.
Well, that just means that you're a thief.
No,
just thief.
no. Look, we've been over this. I'm a vigilante. All right.
Like
I'm
steal cookies.
Yeah, I steal from the rich to feed my stomach. I'm basically Robin Hood, dude. Like
You're robbing the hood, all right.
I steal from the rich, which is
That sucked.
my boss, to feed the poor, which is me.
That sucked, Carl.
Look, when it sucks that bad, you just need to steamroll through it. You gotta sandbag it. If you acknowledge it, you give it power.
VM, I made a banger joke. Did you miss it? I said you were robbing the hood. Did
So
you hear that one?
If you know how to Jordan a
PM, you're robbing
situation,
the hood because you said Robin Hood. You live in...
if you know how to egg.
Egg's pretty
Egg.
good. Egg's pretty solid. Egg.
As soon as you hear egg on this podcast, you know what that means. You know that something's gonna happen to your inventory.
Casey stole egg from us.
He did.
He did steal egg from us. That son of a bitch.
He stole it for cheese. He even made a whole emote for it.
Carl, I need to talk shop with you real
What's
quick.
up?
I was in your stream. I forget when it was. It was whenever you were playing Wind Waker.
Yeah, that was Friday.
And you do your little merch plug, which
Yeah.
is fine and all.
Mhm.
And I see that you've added new things to your merch recently, like a fucking cup or a mason jar or whatever,
Yeah. With
which
fog
is
on
all
it, yeah.
well and good. Yes. How do you not have just one DipShips related thing in your merch store?
Because I don't have the original PSDs for DipShip stuff. So all I have is the thumbnail art pretty much, which makes it a lot more difficult to work with. Which is why when episode 50 rolls around and we get new art, I'm going to be using that art for stuff.
Oh, okay, because I was about to say, you're literally the boyfriend of the person who made the logos. Just fucking ask her?
I mean, I could probably just throw the logos on some things if people want things that are just the logos.
Yeah, we can start with that as a base.
I could make a DipShips bucket hat. You guys like bucket hats?
What are bucket hats?
I could do with the bucket hat.
Kevin, do you
I
know
don't
what
know
a
what a
bucket hat is?
Do you mean a beanie?
No. Bucket hats are the ones that have like the frill around the sides.
The frill around
They're like the ones
side.
that fishermen would wear.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Just Google bucket hat.
Okay.
Just
Oh, I nearly
fucking
threw
look
up.
it That's
Yeah, I'd taste throw up in my mouth.
That happened to me before.
Oh, one of these. Yes.
Yeah, it's like that shit Jamiroquai and NSYNC would wear.
Yes, that's right.
Well,
Yeah,
Jordan's gonna
fucking
beat his cat
DipShip's
again.
bucket hat. You know what? That actually fits because you would wear that on a boat.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
It's fantastic.
Put that on a hat.
I do also want to get some of the the shirt designs that we had talked about earlier on in the podcast done to put up.
Oh,
also.
bro, I don't cheat meal anymore. I just cheat. I've been off my diet for months now. Ever since when did I fell off my diet?
Well, we could do the fuck is a venti. We could just do a fake Starbucks logo. It could just be the Starbucks logo, but it's you screaming. That falls under parody law. It'll work.
Yeah, there you go. That'll work. Pretty much ever since I started this new job, so April, I've fallen off my diet. I had lost 80 pounds. I think I've gained like 30 back. Shit's bad.
God, I feel that.
Hey.
Except I gained a lot more than 80.
You're becoming like Eddie Guerrero. You're lying, cheating, and stealing.
When have I lied?
You're shitting.
When have I cheated other than my meals? And when have I stolen anything?
That cookie.
You
From the gas
literally
station.
came home from fucking 7-Eleven one time and went, I just stole this cookie from there. I stuck it in my pocket and left with it.
Okay, I was about to defend myself because I thought you were going to talk about that mayo I stole one time when I was drunk.
Yeah, that also counts.
That was clearly an accident.
Well,
I didn't
accidents,
even
but
need mayo.
both were
and the
accidents, but you did still steal them, even if you went back and paid for it or bought it or whatever.
And the cookie was like a straight up accident. Like my hands were full. I wanted to go into one pocket, but I couldn't. So I took the cookie, put it in my pocket, then reached and then I forgot about it completely.
Ooh,
Also, you have no proof of that.
Plenty of proof.
Okay.
Yeah, let us know in the comments down below what terms from this podcast you could think of that you want us to use and spread around or whatever. I don't know how to do this shit. Marketing's hard. Did you know that it cost like 20? What was it? It was some sort of crazy amount in order to have an ad rather. Jesus Christ, my mind just fucking broke for a second. In order to have an ad run for like a month, it cost like fucking $200, if not more.
God.
An ad run on what?
Like YouTube videos and stuff.
Oh. Yeah, because I've been like, whenever I scroll through like mobile YouTube, I see like these no-name like rap artists all the time with their fucking music videos as ads. And I'm like, we can do that for like a month. We pool our fucking DipShips Patreon money for a month to get our feelers out there. We would have to pick the perfect episode to be the ad, though.
I'll just choose our most popular one.
Is it still Venom?
No, I believe Venom was beaten out.
Let's find out. I'm gonna open the YouTube studio right now.
It's either our first episode, which should not be. If you're ever going to plug our podcast to anybody,
I wouldn't choose the first one. I would choose.
It should not be the first episode.
That would be episode 1 still has the most views, but I'm not gonna pick that. So it would be episode 40, the DipShips RTX takeover with 2,600 views.
Also, our longest podcast.
That is.
Yeah, that's true. There was a lot of shit that happened in that one.
And also, people might have watched that more because it's a little clickbaity, the title, because it's like, oh, did Rooster Teeth people come to here or did we go over there? And it's like, no.
That's how you have to title things.
Yeah, I know.
It's unfortunate. I've been thinking of just removing the number from the fucking titles of the YouTube versions. Just put title and then a break and then DipShips podcast. And just having the number on the thumbnail itself.
Gotta fight the algorithm.
Yup. People don't like big numbers that keep getting bigger. They just want content. This is part of a series? Fuck that. Don't want that.
I think that's the opposite for podcasts, though. Because, like, when I'm looking for let's say I'm caught up on all my podcasts. When I specifically look for a new podcast, I want to look for long-running series that are still ongoing. That's just
people
me,
are fucking dumb. Anyway. You guys want to do some questions? Or do we have anything else?
I would have appreciated at any point within the last 52 minutes that you could have told me that we're in the middle of recording the podcast.
Were you not recording this whole time?
No, I have been. That's why I said specifically 52 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's just at no point were you like, hey, we're mid-episode, by the way.
I kind of just figured you'd assumed that when you came into the middle of us doing an episode.
Well, look, I only saw 2 people in here, so I thought the whole fucking thing hadn't started yet. I was expecting Nick or Metty to show up at some fucking point.
No, I literally was just like, I want to do like 3 people this week because I might have a busy week. I think I have to watch all of my sister's pets this entire week, and one of them lives about 2 hours away. So it's going to be a hard time for me to fucking edit anything that's more than 3 people.
Well, yeah, I would have appreciated the heads up.
You should
I
always
only
just
got
assume
like
we're
halfway
recording.
you talking about your cat. It's like, oh, we're in the middle of it right now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Guess I'll hit record.
You should have been hitting
Fuck.
record before you came in. We've been
Dude,
over this.
I could not function. I
Just
was
make it
literally
fucking
gimped.
work. Use your fucking tongue and mouth and nose.
How's your hand now?
It's I have full movement of it, but it's still kind of numb on like 2 fingers.
Good thing you're not going to be fingering anyone.
It's okay. It's my right arm, so I'm not having a stroke or a heart attack, whichever one it is.
Not yet.
Not yet.
If you have any questions, you can send them to DipShipsPod at yahoo.com or respond to the tweets put out, or just tweet them at us at DipShipsPod, whatever the fuck. I don't care.
I think next episode we're doing a questions podcast.
Yeah.
Because that's 45.
We have a lot of them. Hey, whatever we end up not being able to answer in the next episode, I'm just fucking wiping the slate.
That is a good idea.
Just because I went back to the bottom and it's like, we have questions from May.
Wow.
Like, oh, well, if you really wanted that one question you probably don't remember answered, send it back in. Let's start.
Hit me, Captain.
Let's see, we're starting the Yahoos. Which one of these is,
Are we on any new subscription plans yet?
I think someone signed us up for an Arcade 1-Ups thing. Hams asks us, I recently played Digimon Survive, and it was kind of rough at first, but the what if adventure was dark energy it had. After it got past that, it was a genuinely solid experience, and I really appreciated they were still willing to swing that way. Do you have any examples of games you've turned around on in such a way? Where you didn't like it at first, and then when you got into it more, you're like, actually, this kind of fucks.
Yes, I do. Kingdom Hearts 1.
Oh,
I hated it at first. But then once I got to, I believe it was Olympus Coliseum, I'm like, no, okay, I'm in here now.
I'm gonna say Pokemon Unite.
That's a pretty fair one. Yeah, that's pretty good.
I was not enjoying that game until I learned what to actually expect.
I honestly thought that you were gonna say Strangers of Paradise, but then you had
I don't like that game.
Yeah, you had a lot of different opinions. First, you were like, I don't like it, and then you went, this game is the game of the year. This rules, and then he went, and never mind. Actually, this still sucks. It was a wild experience. I don't really know if I have one. I'm trying to think of games that I've played where I didn't like it at first and then loved it, but I can't. Like, if I hated a game, I just sort of fucking hated it. Oh, no, I have to have a fucking example somewhere.
I don't know, League.
I never liked League. That's a lie. I did like League for a while. But it's also just like, man, I kind of hate playing this. People on this suck. Shit, I really don't know.
Billy Hatcher?
I've always loved Billy Hatcher. People think it's a bit. I actually genuinely love Billy Hatcher's video game.
Spiral Knights. I legitimately think for you it's sunk cost fallacy because you had put like what, $400 into Spiral Knights?
Yeah, sure, bud.
Oh god! Oh, I lowballed it. No!
You lowballed it by exactly $1,600.
Oh,
what the
no!
fuck?
Yeah,
What the
he's
fuck?
like, by law, he has to like Spiral Knights.
Yeah.
By law.
I am one of their biggest investors at this point.
No wonder they're still running. They're still running on Carl money.
They're like, we only have a little bit left of this to shovel in the machine. Fuck it. I'll just give a bullshit answer. Left 4 Dead. I originally didn't like it because it was a zombie game, and I have a crippling fear of the undead. And now I love it. It's one of my favorite games, actually. Let's see. Aardvark asks, I have a question for PM. Which would you rather do after getting blazed? Fold the dishes or mow the laundry?
I've always liked doing dishes. It's like of chores, I'd say dishes is like one of my favorite things to do.
That's pretty good.
So I will mow the dishes.
Simply Xana just says, salutations, nautical members. I have some potential titles for Stowaway Nick. Cruise Director, Lieutenant Commander, and my personal favorite, actually, Navigator.
Navigator's a good one.
Navigator Nick.
I agree. Oh, I see what you did there.
Alliteration.
Alliteration. I love it.
Chills asks, best Mario Kart track.
Now we mean course and not soundtrack, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
The airport in Mario Kart 8.
That's pretty good.
Luigi's fucking course in 64.
I like the Choco Valley.
Oh yeah, Choco Valley's good. Either that or Wario's course in 64.
Yeah, I like a lot of the 64 tracks because nostalgia. Scythe Sensei asks, you gain the ability to shoot any condiment out of your armpits like some kind of laser beam. What condiment would you like to shoot?
Once upon a time, I would have said sriracha, but my heat tolerance has gone down like immensely. I don't know why. I also think I have a hemorrhoid, so it kind of hurts to eat spicy food these days.
The whitening has begun. The bleaching of PM.
It's all these fucking white people I hang around now. I'm not like fucking involved with my culture anymore. I'll say it's a tie between honey mustard and barbecue sauce for me. Fuck it, I have 2 armpits, 1 for each.
Yeah, I might
Honey
say
mustard and
barbecue sauce. Barbecue sauce is my shit. Or like ranch, because it'd be gross.
Mayo, because it'd be funny.
Oh.
Dude, that's one too many white substances coming out of a white body like yours. Also, no, because your girlfriend will, like, suckle your fucking armpit in your sleep.
No! No! What's...
Hey, you did this to yourself.
I answered the question that was asked.
Ugh. Amazing G Guy asks us, what would your Danganronpa execution be like?
We've answered this.
Was it from G or was it from someone else?
Someone else, but we've answered this question already.
G, what the fuck? You should know this. I can't believe you do me like this, G. Daito asks, if you guys would become Kamen Riders, what would your suit theme and name be?
Okay, this is different.
Repeat the question?
If we all became Kamen Riders, what would our suit theme and name be?
Kamen Rider Buster.
Okay.
That's a good name.
Are you literally a busboy?
Wrestler.
Oh, okay.
Wrestling Kamen Rider.
Right, okay. Oh, yeah, and then your suit changes to, like, the theme of, like, past legends. Like, you get, like, a Hulk Hogan suit and a Rock suit and a Stone Cold suit. Oh, I like it. And then you do, like, super-powered moves of whatever their finisher is.
Mm-hmm. Imagine like a stunner that would snap a building in 2.
Oh, fuck. God damn it. I have one.
Yeah.
But it kind of already exists.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted, like, a card game themed one, but that's just Decade. It's just, like, I wanted, like, a Yu-Gi-Oh! Themed suit.
I mean, cards have been done, like, 3 different times in Kamen Rider, so you could definitely just do cards.
My only knowledge is fucking Decade, so...
Yeah, there was Decade, there was technically Ryuki, and also Blade.
So yeah, my belt would basically be like a dual disc. And I would draw like specific monsters from Yu-Gi-Oh! And my suit would like transform and be themed cool to whatever monster that is. My go-to, obviously... No, not obviously, but my go-to would be like Dark Magician. Dark Magician, like old-ass, like OG, purple ass Dark Magician is probably my favorite monster of all time.
It's really good. Now, I've made a bunch of different Kamen Riders already. So I'm just going to pick one of them. Honestly, I really like the idea of... I'm going to clip that one and send it to Mittens. That was a good one. That was a solid one.
No.
I'm probably going to go with Kamen Rider Beat, who is musical themed. So it's like the forms are based on different genres and instruments used in those genres, like jazz, rock, rap, hip-hop.
I'm surprised that doesn't exist already.
No.
Wow.
I had an idea for an upgrade form where it's two different forms. There's AM and then FM, and it's a switch that you flip to go between them. That one wasn't as good, Jordan. I'm gonna need some solid ones for Mittens.
PM, do you know what this motherfucker is doing?
No. Are you clipping his yawns and sending them to his girlfriend?
Yeah.
What? Oh, because he's sleep. Right. Okay.
The sleepyhead allegations.
Yes, that's right.
The only one of you guys who, like, has a job before we record.
Sometimes Metty does. Also, PM wakes up from coming home from his job just to do this. Let me see exactly how it started. I believe... Let's see.
I can't stop yawning.
Do you not do energy drinks, son?
No.
You probably should.
So I just messaged Mittens one day. Well, on Tuesday, actually, this past week. And I went, hey, Mittens, are you free to talk right now? There's something I want to talk to you about. And she's like, yeah, sure, I'm free. And I was like, just wanted to tell you that as of late, Jordan on the podcast has been yawning a lot. And she, of course, just destroyed her keyboard. So then I just started clipping them and sending it to her. And she's just like, let's fucking go! This straight fire, that's what I'm talking about.
Carl,
She loves
you know
it.
what you just invented?
Hmm?
YFTs. Yawn FTs.
Oh my god.
We gotta mint them. And fucking start selling them.
Fucking...
The market's hot. Everybody's down for yawns.
Yeah, I want to try and getting into coffee, but
Just drink a Monster.
the last time I tried having a Monster or any energy drink, I instantly vomited.
Too much sugar?
I was gonna say, Starbucks has something called the triple shot, which is like a coffee drink mixed with an energy drink, and it's actually fairly good. First off, it tastes good. There's like 2 different flavors. Plus, it's got all of these extra vitamins in it, so like there's no like after energy drink crash, and you might be able to stomach it.
I'll see.
All right. We have 2 questions here that are pretty similar, so I'm just gonna lump them in together. Cascade of Ideas and Mopping Up have asked. Well, Cascade says, "What is your favorite dip for a chip if you would dip chip?" And Mop just says, "What is the perfect chip dip?" So, what is your favorite dip for your chip?
Yeah, we got it.
Just like a cheese sauce.
Yeah, that's fair. It's a solid one.
Doritos came out with their own dip.
What?
Yeah, Doritos has their own dip. They have like the classic spicy nacho. They also have a jalapeno ranch. I fucking love that jalapeno ranch.
That's crazy. What the fuck? I'm sorry. Hold on. I need to share with you this eBay link that I just found.
Okay.
Someone's just selling what they describe as the perfect puffed Dorito for $17,500.
Let's
What is a
see.
puffed Dorito?
I can't.
Is this a...
That it has no? Is it that it has no bubbles in it?
It is the bubble. The whole thing is a bubble.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, it's not flat. It's puffed.
Yeah, the whole thing's just puffed.
Oh, so this isn't... Okay, so it's just a random, like, factory error Dorito chip.
For $17,500 US, you can own this perfectly puffed Dorito chip. Are people okay? And underneath it, I want you to look at the similar sponsored items down there to look at rare duck-shaped ketchup chip.
I was literally just about to post that. Rare duck-shaped Cheeto and Ripple chip.
Hold on. the two times 50 tabs of what the fuck is that?
That
Is that drugs?
That's antifungal OGB medicine. Someone's just selling fucking antifungal medicine on eBay for $33.
Yeah, remember that one
shipping.
episode of King of the Hill where what's his name, Bill, is like, I have fungus toes, but this lady likes my non-fungus toes, but she's also a gold digger, so I can't afford the fungus medication, so I don't get fungus toes.
Holy
That's basically
shit.
what this is.
I can't stop yawning.
Oh, okay, so that's what it was. In order to run an ad for our podcast, it would be $20 a day.
Nope.
That's what made me go, I will now close the window and move away from that.
I mean, $100 for 5 days
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
to be an advertisement on fucking YouTube.
All the gaming channels. I also made sure to put in the tags water sports enthusiasts. I hope they mean the one that I think they mean.
Yeah, I would hope that's the one that they're talking about.
Anyway, perfect chip dip is either like cheese or like one of those onion dips.
Onion's a little overpowering.
That depends. Someone asked KZ when he was on if our podcast also cost him $25. Hey, grow up. Hey, get over it, bud.
Grow up.
Grow up.
It's not even part of that network anymore.
I believe, Tonya, we answered the question about video games into a movie.
Yeah.
That was last week. What's the most boomer thing you've heard anytime PM opens his mouth?
PM's language.
PM's got a really weird language.
What does that mean?
Like, your wordsmithing is very boomerish.
Yeah, you're just kind of old.
My wordsmithing.
Like, commotion.
Oh.
Or bedlam.
There was a ruckus outside of my bedroom.
Those are boomer words. They're just...
Yeah.
I'd say they're more British than anything.
I think that says a lot about the British, then.
Okay, here's the thing. Because I live in Canada, I'm a part of the British Commonwealth. So growing up, I actually watched, like, a lot of British television. Like YTV, which is our local kids station. Back when TV channels, like, stopped, they would just, like, stop airing shit. Like, dead ass in the morning at 5 o'clock, or like 4 or 5 o'clock when they would come back on, they would air, like, British sitcoms, like Keeping Up Appearances, or Are You Being Served, or My Family, and they had some, like,
nice
child programs as well. But yeah, I watched a lot of British television growing up.
That's cool, PM.
Good.
Lord of Fancy asks us, when are you going to have Kat on to explain the difference between the 7 Marine 627 and the Yamaha F425 XTO? We need her to explain these boat motors.
I would
Soon.
love to have Kat on the podcast.
I would. I've asked her and she turned us down like twice.
That
I'd
bitch.
like her to have on the podcast.
She literally has turned us down. And when I asked her again, she was just like, no, I'm not funny enough. I won't be on. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, no. Like, fucking come on our podcast.
Do
She
you
keeps
know what
turning
this
us
podcast
down.
is?
We made you. You are where you are because of us, Kat.
Yeah, here's the thing. I don't think she wants to be stuck on a call for up to 2 hours of 3 people she knows and potentially 1 person she doesn't know, just roasting her for 2 hours.
No, she loves it. It's fine.
That's victim blaming.
You don't know the kind of conversations that I have with her. I'm pretty
You
sure
don't know the conversations that I had with her.
I'm pretty sure I told her I would hold her head underwater until the bubble stopped at one point, and she went, "Yeah, same."
I'm pretty sure at one point she was baiting me for dip pics.
What?
Yeah.
Sounds about right. Frost Samurai asks, "What's a game you like more for its vibes than its actual gameplay?"
Oh, Souls games. I enjoy watching and listening to the lore of Souls games, but I don't prefer playing them myself.
That's pretty fair. I'm gonna hate myself for saying this, but honestly, Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't know what it is, but there's a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's content I just like watching.
Here's the thing. The lore of Five Nights is actually kind of fascinating. It's just the games are dog shit and boring to play after a while.
And people just like, oh, Five Fast Bear meme. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. It's a stupid fucking game and children are into it and it makes it cringe and dumb and stupid, but shut your fucking mouth. Let me like my dumb shit.
Like every 6 months, I'll go to MatPat and like catch up on all the fucking lore that I've missed.
What about you, Jordan? What vibes do you enjoy?
Mega Man Legends.
Mood. I too enjoy Mega Man Legends. Don't like playing it.
That's pretty good. All right. Hey, Jordan.
What?
Boats are pretty cool, right?
Boats are pretty cool.
You want to tell us a fact about them?
For most cruise ships, the cabins in which people like stay in for their cruise time are typically built outside of the ship and then slotted in like little Lego pieces.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
They just slot the fucking rooms in?
Yeah. That's how that works.
I feel like I heard about that before.
I definitely didn't say that on the podcast.
No, you definitely didn't. I thought you were going to say the one you said last time about the cameras outside the boats that like project onto like fucking TVs in the rooms in the middle of the boat. I wasn't expecting the rooms are just big Lego pieces. Now, some people said that the one that you gave last week wasn't a boat fact. I'm like, what are you talking about?
It's a boat. It's a fact related to boat.
Yeah. It's about fucking being naked on boats in Europe. I counted. It was good.
Look,
honestly,
guys.
I don't think the chat should have not the
fuck.
chat. Let's call them the chat.
He doesn't
The
know
fuck
chat.
Yeah. I don't think the fucking crewmates have any right to know or judge what a boat fact is.
What if
they
What if we
are in
combine
charge of the boat?
What if we combine crewmates and comments for commates?
That's the people that leave comments.
Yeah.
No.
That's for our
We can't do
comment
that.
leavers.
God damn it. You know what? It's fine. They're far from regulation.
Nothing regulation about this fucking podcast. Are you kidding me? We need more terms like this. We need to steal more terms from podcasts.
We come up with our own. We don't
that's what I
steal
mean.
terms.
We need.
I've been trying to be fucking
not
original
terms.
since the
No,
inception
I
of
don't
this
mean-
podcast.
I don't mean steal terms from other podcasts. I mean steal words to make our own.
Oh, well, yeah, that's how fucking words work.
Mom and Dad
Yeah.
are fighting again.
Get back in your fucking room.
Like, literally, that's how the name of this podcast came to be. Carl wanted to fucking bite fuckface. You're going to have to censor it for me. I can't do that. And he wanted to name it DipShits. And I'm like, no, let's be fucking original for once in our lives. And then Carl years ago wanted desperately to do a fucking One Piece podcast. I'm like, no, I'm not fucking doing that. So it somehow all turned around back into fucking boating. And that, and Carl came up with fucking DipShits sink ships.
No, you did. You messaged me like, let's make it about boating. Let's make it DipShits sink ships or something like that. And then you said in all caps seconds later, DipShips.
That's right. Yes, that's how
and
it
I was
went.
like, I don't know how I feel about making it all boating themed. And then I ended up falling in love with it.
And that's how it came to be.
It all truly worked out for the best.
I don't know. I've had bad times on this podcast.
No, you're doing good. Did you have to wait until the next food challenges we have? That's when you'll have bad times again.
I'm so excited for episode 50.
I'm pumped.
We're going to put some type of noodle on a burger and you're going to like it.
As long as it's cooked and not raw like you fucking suggested last time.
Thank you all for listening to this episode of DipShips, the Legitimate Boating Podcast. Hey, if you want to support us, and you cannot afford to do so through Patreon, patreon.com/DipShipsPod, remember that podcasts sink or swim based on word of mouth, so share this podcast around with anyone you think would like it.
If you know, I wasn't at the beginning of this podcast, so I don't know what I'm missing out. If you know
somebody that liked Dragon Ball superhero, tell them about this podcast.
Why'd you say superhero twice?
I meant to just say super twice. Because it's Dragon Ball superhero.
Stupid.
Tell them about the podcast.
If you know anyone who likes shitting on floors in fucking bathrooms,
don't tell them about this podcast.
Tell them that I'm coming.
I'm gonna get them. Don't forget to check us out on TikTok, DipShipsPod on TikTok. Go watch our funny clips from this podcast on there.
Speaking of TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
Carl, I think I know what happened
Yeah.
with our. So we have a problem with our TikTok where, if you search for our TikTok, it says that it doesn't exist, even though it clearly does.
Yeah.
Because we have several clips. We're shadow banned. We're shadow banned because of our name. Because it's too close to dipshit. And they don't like that. So we've been shadow banned.
Yeah, that
Despite
does make
not
sense.
doing anything wrong, we've been shadow banned.
God damn it.
Yeah, that does explain a good couple of things, huh? That's pretty funny.
I can't confirm any of this. I'm just assuming. That's my best guess.
That rules. Hey, that's really cool, guys. That's awesome. Thank you, TikTok.
I think we should. What if we posted our clips on Vine?
The thing that doesn't
Vine
exist anymore?
legitimately doesn't exist anymore.
You literally
What?
cannot upload to Vine anymore.
Better yet, fuck TikTok, fuck Vine, YouTube Shorts.
Yeah, I guess we could just do YouTube Shorts. I was going to do both.
Well, until TikTok stops fucking our face and stops being a dipship of their own, I think we got to do YouTube Shorts for a while.
Yeah, sounds like. That's amazing. Well, thank you all for listening to this episode of DipShips. Hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all liked our last couple episodes. Please help us.
Our schedule's been fucked the past month.
Everything's been fucked. Everything just keeps happening and getting worse.
We had that one week. Where PM had both of his nights off completely, and it went great. And then
After that, it was like, nah, nothing else.
And then the universe was like, no, you're gonna die now.
Yeah, the universe is just like, there's clearly not enough crackheads in your life. Have some more.
That's
A crackhead is gonna buy your building.
and so close to our 1 year anniversary too.
Now I'm just imagining a crackhead buying PM's building, and it just makes the bottom floor to a crack den.
Oh, thank you all for listening, and we'll see you all on the Nautical Mile.
Toodles.
The crackheads are coming.
And also howdy, I didn't get a chance to say that. The toodles.
The podcast's fucking over.
All right, you want to do a clap sync?
Yep.
Oh
Let's
yeah.
go for it.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Great.
Ow.
Did you hurt your bone spur?
No, it just hurt to slap. Good news is the feeling's completely back in my hand.